off, I want to do introductions. My name is Wesley Strawther. I've been working for Comic-Con as a staff member for a couple of years now, but I don't represent Comic-Con when I speak up here, so don't make that mistake. But I've been attending Comic-Con since 1993, so I got a little bit of information, and then, go ahead. Is this work? Is it working?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My name is Jeffery. I've been going to Comic-Con since 1993. I'm also a staff member. Please don't think that I'm a staff member right now. That's really important because of the jokes we make. I'm not one right now. That's about it. This is Jesse.
I'm Jesse Lopez. I've also been attending Comic-Con for roughly the same amount of years. I've actually stopped counting and I don't remember the first year. And I'm a staff member not right now. So please ignore everything that we say that might conflict with anything you hear outside. But listen to everything we say.
All right. First off, I want to talk about lines. We can't begin to give a presentation about how best to traverse the Comic-Con International without first mentioning the lines. If you do not like lines, leave. You're going to have to wait in them for everything. The bathroom, panels, bad convention food, panels, really bad convention food, panels, and autographs from marginally famous Hollywood celebrities and their panels. If you don't write yourself a schedule, as soon as this panel has ended, you may find yourself in a few short minutes' time being overwhelmed by awesome. Every second of this 4-day convention, several thousand instances of awesome are occurring at once. For those of you who don't know what thousands of instances of awesome looks like, here's an idea.
Wow.
Picking one panel would be like trying to decide which one of those guys you want to buy a beer. Having a backup choice is a good idea in case your first choice is too busy. So, God's mercy. Have mercy. Have mercy. Oh. John Stamos, dude. So in short, either plan your entire weekend out or plan on not seeing anything on purpose. I want to discuss hygiene. I'm sick and tired of beating around the bush about this. Comic-Con smells bad. Oh. That's my bad. Trying to multitask. If you don't notice this at any point during the weekend, you are probably the reason that Comic-Con smells bad. Of the 3 smelliest types of people on planet Earth, number 3 is punk rockers. Number 2 is bums. But the number 1 smelliest person on Earth is everyone who will sit next to you this weekend. Is he here? Are you here? No? I know a lot of you have been operating under the false assumption that your nerdiness is the reason you can't get chicks.
You know what happens when you make assumptions. This weekend will prove to you that nerdy chicks aren't the unicorns you thought they were. They do exist. So a clean shirt.
Can I tell you, we just Googled it. We just typed in donkey unicorn. Blind shot in the
I
dark.
really don't know how that worked out. Wes was like, what would be funny right here? And I was like, donkey unicorn would be hilarious. Because we just had a donkey joke on the last one. And he's like, well, Google it. Well, that's not going to work. And there you are, friend. There's a donkey unicorn. So a clean shirt, some deodorant, a shower and a shave may just change your life this weekend.
As far as security goes, if you have a problem with security, try not to go all NWA on them. Just tell somebody who works for Comic-Con so that there might actually be repercussions if you see a security guard acting a little further than his authority should extend.
Okay, let's talk about your guys' hotel room. Do you know someone who can afford a hotel room at Comic-Con? Seriously? Dude, I don't even know where I'm going to sleep tonight. Hotel rooms from here to Mission Valley at rates that would bankrupt the Sultan of Dubai. The only advice we can give is what goes around comes around. Share your room with others this year, because next year you might find yourself in need of a favor, and nobody rides for free. This is the best cost-cutting method for hotels that we know of. And now let's talk about the crowds, like the one in this room. Which is nothing compared to the floor. This is the world's largest comic book convention. It's been sold out since we gave this presentation last Thursday of last year. No joke. Some surefire ways of avoiding the whole crowd for the entire convention are as follows. Not leaving your house. Not leaving your hotel room. Simply putting a bag on your head all
Best con
We want to inform you guys that you should really register for Comic-Con as early as possible. Why? Because each and every year that Comic-Con sells out of tickets, it sells out faster than Miley Cyrus, Johnny Depp, and Tim Burton at the annual Disney shareholders meeting. So if you are here, that means you bought your passes for this year before they sold out, presumably sometime in the mid-90s. Just before George Lucas and his team of soulless digital artists made it appear that Dorito shot first. The lessons learned here are twofold. 1, register early. And 2, pawn shop first.
This is the part of the presentation where we normally talk about how much faster con sells out every year to stress the importance of buying tickets, but as you all have your passes and made it into the convention, you should probably just give yourself a round of applause. It's just for being smarter than everyone else. This year's tickets were double the price for all 4 days. That's $100, people. And they still sold out 3 times as fast. They didn't increase or decrease the amount of attendees either. So anyone complaining of overcrowding is obviously ignorant that the convention has had the same amount of attendees for the last 4 years, give or take. A full convention center is the only reason you got to meet the entire cast of Glee last year. When we first attended Comic-Con in the early 90s, Jesse, Matt, and myself walked a nigh empty convention floor, and the closest thing to a celebrity that we saw was Rob Liefeld.